mga kawawmat, in this video, we will discuss how to graph linear inequalities in two variables in slope-intercept form. So, I decided to discuss this once again, but with given a slope-intercept form inequality. Okay, since nakita ko dun sa ating comment section na maraming nagtatanong about dito, so gumawa ako ng separate na video tutorial about this. And some of the questions na binigay sa ating comment section ay yun na po ang ginamit ko as example. Okay, so let's start. How to graph linear inequality into variables? Balikan muna natin that the graph of any linear inequality in two variables is a half plane. So, always remember that when we are graphing linear inequality in two variables, we actually having a half plane. Okay? So, nagkakaroon tayo ng half plane kapag linear inequality na po ang ginagraph natin, unlike the linear equation. So, by the way this is just a follow-up tutorial para dun sa mga nagtatanong on how to graph the given linear inequality if it's written in slope-intercept form. Okay, ano nga ba yon? Yung y equals mx plus b. Now, this shaded region consists of the points whose coordinates satisfy the inequality. So, ito pong ating shaded region, ito po, after mo mag-graph, so this is your boundary line. So, kapag ang boundary line natin ay broken line, then itong mga points na nasa line mo is not part of the solution. So, example, si 0, 4 at si 5, 0, hindi siya kasama sa solution, only the shaded part. Okay, so paano malalaman na yung points mo dun sa boundary line mo ay kasama at hindi? If it's broken, hindi siya kasama. It's not included. If it's a solid line, then it is included. Okay? Now, the question is how to graph linear inequalities in two variables. So, steps. So, again, rewrite the inequality as an equation and then solve for the intercepts. Since ngayon ang gamit natin ay slope-intercept form, then we will be solving for the since ang example natin ngayon ay yung mga naka-slope-intercept form, therefore ang kukunin natin ay yung slope at yung y-intercept. Okay? So, in graphing linear inequalities, ito po yung first step natin. Kapag naka-standard form siya, then you will solve for the intercepts. Kapag naka-slope intercept form, you're going to find the slope and the y-intercept. So, yun po ang difference nila. Now, plot and draw the boundary line. So, after solving for the intercepts or the slope and the y-intercept, then graph. Okay, i-graph natin yung boundary line. The boundary line should be solid. Ito po, if the inequality is either greater than or equal or less than or equal. So, in short, kapag meron tayong equal sign dito sa ilalim. And it's a broken line, ito po, if the inequality is just less than or greater than. So, yun po ang difference. Decide which half plane contains the solution set, pick a test point. So, as much as possible, always pick 0, 0. Okay? But if in case that 0, 0 is one of the points in graphing your boundary line, kung halimbawa yung 0, 0 mo ay isa sa mga points na nag-graph tayo ng boundary line, then gagamit tayo ng ibang test point. Kaya sabi dito, if possible. Okay? So, mas madali kasing gamitin ng test point si 0, 0 kasi hindi mo kailangan mag-solve dito. Mabilis lang i-solve ito. Okay? So, wag pahirapan ng sarili. And the last one, if the resulting inequality after solving for the test point, if the resulting inequality is true, then the shaded part should be contains the test point. Okay? If the resulting inequality is false, then the shaded part must not contain the test point. So, kapag true ang lumabas, after mo to isolve, yung test point na ginamit mo kasama sa isi-shade. Kapag false, hindi siya kasama. Okay? So, by the way, this is just a follow-up. No? Na-discuss ko naman na yung pinaka-discussion nito dun sa isang video tutorial natin. Okay, let's have example number 1. So, I have here y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. So, itong mga examples na to ay nakita ko sa comment section ng ating YouTube channel. So, yun na po ang ginamit ko. Okay, so y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. So, malalaman nyo na naka-slope intercept form siya kapag naka-y equals mx plus b. Okay? So, kapag ganito ang ayos, no need to solve for the intercept, for x-intercept. Okay? So, same process, solve the inequality as an equation. So, magiging y is equal to 2x minus 4. So, gagawin lang natin siyang equals kasi equation. And then, after that, kapag ganito ang ayos natin, naka y equals mx plus b siya, no need to solve for the x-intercept. Ang kukunin mo is yung slope. Okay? Yung slope, which is your m. So, ang slope natin, di ba, yung m. So, y equals mx plus b. So, this is your slope. That is 2. Okay? And then, kukunin mo rin yung y-intercept, which is b. So, ang y-intercept mo is negative 4. So, kapag pinlat natin yan, that is 0, negative 4. Okay? Now, kuha tayo ng test point para mamaya sa pag-graph, alam na natin. So, isolve na natin yung test point. So, use 0, 0 if possible. So, copy mo yung ating given, y is less than 2x minus 4. And then, since this is x, this is y, isa-substitute lang natin 0 and 0 doon. Pareho. So, 0 dito, 0 din sa x. Okay? So, pag sinolve natin ito, this will be cancelled. Ang may iwan na lang, negative 4. And then, on the left side, we have here 0. So, our statement will be 0 is less than or equal to negative 4 na po. Okay? So, 0 is less than or equal to negative 4. The question is, ang 0 ba is less than or equal to negative 4? Yes. I mean false. No. Diba? Bakit? Kasi 0 is greater than negative 4, di ba? 0 is always greater than any negative numbers or integers. Okay? So, dapat greater than to. Okay? Or greater than or equal. So, this is false. So, this means that yung ginamit nating test point, which is 0, 0, should not contain the shaded part. Okay? So, dapat hindi natin maisama ito dun sa ating pag-graph. Okay? So, mag-graph na tayo. So, bago tayo mag-graph, dapat alam mo yung ating rise over run sa slope. So, since whole number ito, ang our rise is 2, our run, since wala to, ibig sabihin 1 yan. Okay? So, kapag ito lang yung nakikita mo, single number lang siya, hindi siya fraction, ang rise yan. Ang run mo is 1, automatic 1. Okay? So, let us graph. Alright, so let us graph. So, ang una mo munang ipa-plot is, lagi kapag naka-slope intercept form, is yung ating y-intercept. So, 0, negative 4. Ayan po siya. Okay? So, ayan po. So, ito po yung ating 0, negative 4. Now, after mo i-plot, kapag naka-slope intercept form, tatandaan, ang una nating ipa-plot is yung y-intercept. Okay? So, that is 0, negative 4. Now, after mo itong ma-plot, punta ka na sa slope. So, ang rise mo is 2, ang run mo is 1. Okay? So, ang rise mo is 2, so up ka ng dalawa. 1, 2. Ang run mo is 1, so ang run, kanan. Bakit kanan? Bakit ako nag-decide na kanan? Because your slope is positive. Kapag ang slope mo ay negative, from here, left ka. Okay? So, yun lang po ang tatandaan. Kapag nakita mo na ang slope mo ay positive, go to the right ang ating run. Kapag nakita mo na ang slope mo ay negative, pa-left ang ating run. Okay? So, ulit. So, from here, ang rise natin ay 2. So, 1, 2. Ayun po. So, 1, 2. And then, ang run mo, kapag ganitong whole number lang siya, automatic ang run mo ay 1. Kasi 2 divided by 1 is still 2. So, 1, 2, and then 1. Okay, so ngayon, we need to identify what is this point. Ano ito? So, this is, dapat alam nyo kung paano kumuha ng ordered pair, ha? This is 1, negative 2. Kasi nakatapat siya sa 1 sa x-axis. And then, negative 2, nakatapat siya sa y-axis. So, 1, negative 2. I-plot natin. Okay, so na-plot na natin. Check natin. 1, 2, rise, and then run natin. So, 1, negative 2. So, this will be our second point. So, this is how we plot the points given a slope-intercept form. Actually, na-discuss natin to sa linear equation eh. Okay? So, ganun din. Okay, so after plotting the points, so i-graph natin siya. Okay, so i-graph natin si y is equal to 2x minus 4. Connect natin yung points. Y is equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, so ito po siya. Okay, so kinonect ko lang yung points natin ha, para meron tayong half line, I mean. So, ito pong boundary line mo, dapat solid. Okay, bakit solid? Kasi meron siyang equal sign dito sa ilalim. Okay? Now, since ang lumabas ay false, ibig sabihin itong 0, 0, 0, 0 mo na ginamit as test point should not contain the shaded region. So, kung ang 0, 0 natin, that is our origin. So, ibig sabihin itong 0, 0 mo, hindi mo siya isasama sa shaded region. So, ibig sabihin kung hindi ito kasama, therefore, you're gonna shade this part, yung kabila. Okay? So, dito ka mag-shade. Kasi false ang lumabas dito eh. Okay? So, dito po tayo mag-shade. Okay. Now, so, i-graph natin, tingnan natin. So, bakit ko to ine-explain kahit nagagawa naman ng Desmos na mag-graph? Para alam nyo rin kung paano siya i-graph manually without using the Desmos. Okay? So, i-graph natin si y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. So, as you can see, yung test point natin na 0, 0, hindi siya kasama doon sa shaded. Okay? Hindi siya kasama dun sa shaded region. So, tanggalin na natin to. Okay? So, ayan po. As you can see, our boundary line is solid because our inequality has an equal symbol. So, kapag may equal symbol, solid po siya. Okay? And then, hindi kasama yung ating test point sa shaded region because the result here is false. Okay. So, ganito lang po. Plot your y-intercept and then i-plot nyo po yung ating slope-intercept form. Okay. Or simply, paano ba natin mas mabilis malalaman yung graph? Okay, kapag nakita mo dito less than or equal, ang pag-shade mo below, paano ba malalaman below yan o above? Tatayo ka dun sa white part. Kapag nakatingin ka sa graph, so, halimbawa, meron ka ditong nakatayo, kapag tiningnan mo yung graph at nakayuko ka, ibig sabihin below. Okay? So, halimbawa, nandito yung shade. Dito ka naman nakatayo. So, ito yung shade. Pag tumingin ka, nakatingala ka, so that is greater than, above naman yon, greater than or equal to. Okay? So, this is how we graph linear inequality in slope-intercept form. So, this is the graph. Okay? So, ayan po siya. Next. So, this is the graph of y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. Now, since the boundary line is solid, therefore, yung 1, negative 2 at 0, negative 4 is part of the solution set. Yun po yun. Let's have the next example. So, I have here, lakayan natin muna habang wala pa. Okay, so I have here y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x plus 8. So, ang una muna natin gagawin is rewrite the inequality. So, y is equal to 3/4 x plus 8. So, ito, ginawa lang natin siyang equals. Now, kunin natin ang slope. Ano ang slope natin? 3/4. So, ito po, 3/4. Okay? Ayan, 3/4. And then, our y-intercept is 8. So, pag pinlat natin siya, that is 0, 8. Lagi pong ganon. And then, pick a test point. Solve yun na agad para kapag nag-graph tayo, dire-diretso. So, solve yun na agad. Test point using 0, 0. So, copy your given. So, we will have substitute natin dito si 0 at dito rin si 0. So, this will be cancelled. Ang may iwan na lang po is 8. So, we now have 0 is greater than or equal to 8. Is this true? Okay, this is false because 0 is less than 8. Kasi positive ito. Okay, so i-graph natin. So, this, asan dito ang rise and run. So, ito po siya. Ang rise mo is 3, ang run mo is 4. Since meron ka ditong denominator, may run ka. Yung kanina, kapag wala kang nakikitang denominator, that means 1. Okay? So, our rise here is 3, and our run is 4. Okay, so i-ano na natin siya. Liitan natin para mag-graph natin. Okay. So, delete natin to lahat. Plot natin si 08. Okay, so label. Ito po si 08. And then, ang rise natin, so this is your rise, this is your run. Tama? So, from here, adjust natin. Ang rise mo, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. Ang run mo is 4. Saan tayo papunta? Right or left? Pa-right tayo kasi ang slope natin is positive. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dito po tayo. Ulit. 1, 2, 3. Our rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is our run. Now, anong ordered pair ito? Nakatapat siya sa 4 at nakatapat siya sa 11. So, 4, 11. Okay, let's see. Okay, so i-check natin ulit. So, from your y-intercept, kaya ang una nating ipa-plot palagi ay yung y-intercept. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ang rise natin 3 lang pala. 1, 2, 3. And then, ang run natin 4. So, since positive ang slope natin, pa-right tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayun po. Okay, so connect natin siya gamit yung ating equation. So, y is equal to 3/4. Okay. 3/4 x plus 8. So, plus. It should be plus. Okay, so ayan na po. Na-connect na natin. Now, ito ang ating test point, yung origin. Okay, so itong origin, kasama ba sa shaded? Dito ba tayo mag-shade o dito sa kabilang side? So, since false siya, hindi siya kasama. Okay, so dito tayo mag-shade sa taas. Okay, dapat nandito yung shaded. So, i-graph natin siya. Y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x plus 8. Ayun po. Okay, so as you can see, yung graph natin, nandoon siya sa taas, hindi kasama yung shaded, yung test point, kasi nag-false siya dito. Okay, now, ito yung sinasabi ko. By the way, solid yung line natin kasi meron tayong equal sign dito. So, ayun po, tanggalin na natin ito. Ayan. So, solid yung ating line, yung boundary line dahil may equal sign tayo. So, ito po ang titingnan nyo. Kapag meron siyang equal sign, solid. Kapag wala, broken line. So, since solid line siya, ibig sabihin, lahat ng points na nandito sa line are also part of the solution. Okay? Including 0, 8, and 4, 11. Okay. Now, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Paano natin malalaman na kung saan yung shaded part, kung above or below, without using the test point? Okay? So, kapag meron ka ng boundary line, tingnan mo yung inequality ay greater than. So, ibig sabihin above ang graph. Okay. Paano malalaman na above? So, halimbawa, nakatayo ka dito. Pag tiningnan mo yung graph, nakatingala ka, nakatingin ka sa taas, that means above. Okay? So, yung kanina, below, kasi dito ka nakatayo, nakayuko. So, dito, paano ko nalamang above to? Kasi once na tumayo ka dito, pag nakatingala ka, that means above. Kung dito ka nakatayo at dito yung shaded, nakayuko ka pag tiningnan mo siya. So, that means below. Since ang symbol natin is greater than or equal, dapat ang graph mo ay above. So, yun po yung pinaka-tip na may ibibigay ko without using the test point. Okay? So, this is the graph of y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x plus 8. So, since the boundary line is solid, then it is also part of the solution. Okay, let's have the next one. So, same procedure. So, solve natin ng ating slope. Our slope is negative. Ayan po, kasi may negative tayo dyan. Okay? And then, our y-intercept is also negative. So, when we are plotting the y-intercept, that is 0, -7. Okay, so gamit na tayo ng test point. So, our test point is 0, 0. So, lagay natin 0 sa y at sa x. So, this will be cancelled. Ang may iwan na lang po is negative 7. So, we will now have 0 is greater than negative 7. Is this true? Yes, 0 is greater than negative 7. Okay, so i-graph na natin. So, kapag mag-graph tayo, again, this is your rise, this is your run. Okay. So, we have, okay, graph na muna natin plot na muna natin y-intercept. So, that is 0, negative 7. Ito po siya. Okay. And then, from here, ang rise mo ay 2, ang run mo ay 3. But since negative ang slope mo, ang run mo, pa-left tayo. Kasi negative ang slope. So, from here, bilang tayo ng dalawa as our rise. 1, 2. And then, ang run mo is 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, bakit pa-left ang run ko? Hindi kagaya nung dalawang naunang example. Kasi po, ang slope natin ay negative. So, kapag ang slope mo ay negative, ang run mo, pa-left tayo. Okay? So, again, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, ano itong ordered pair na to? Nakatapat siya sa negative 3 at nakatapat siya sa negative 5. So, lagi tayo sa x muna titingin. So, negative 3 and negative 5. Okay, i-check natin. So, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Ito po. Okay. So, next, i-graph natin ang ating boundary line. Ay, connect muna natin yung ating points. So, we have negative 2/3. 2/3 x minus 7. Okay, so ayan na, na-connect na natin. Now, ang ating test point ay nag-result sa true. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito ang ating test point, kasama siya sa shaded. So, dito tayo mag-shade. Okay? Now, gamit yung dito lang, kung wala tayong test point, halimbawa, greater than, so ibig sabihin above. So, dito ka sa taas. Tama. 'Di ba? So, true, kasama yung test point mo sa i-shade. Kung titingnan mo naman yung symbol without using the test point, greater than, dapat above. Okay, so dito siya. Okay, kasi kung dito ka nakatayo, nakatingin ka sa taas, so dun mo malalaman na above siya. Okay? So, ito po siya, above. So, i-plot na natin, i-graph na natin si y is greater than negative 2/3 x minus 7. Okay. So, tanggalin na natin ito. Yan. So, as you can see, kasama, since nag-true tayo dito, kasama siya sa shaded region. Okay? Or dito ka lang tumingin, greater than, so ibig sabihin above ang graph natin. Okay. And, kung mapapansin nyo, bakit siya broken line? Because our inequality symbol is doesn't have an equal sign. Okay? So, ganun lang po. So, this is the graph of y is greater than negative 2/3 x minus 7. So, since the boundary line is broken, then it is not part of the solution set. So, ibig sabihin, si negative 3, negative 5, and 0, negative 7, and all the points lying dito sa ating boundary line are not part of the solution set. Okay. Okay, let's have the next one. So, I have here graph x is greater than y. So, kapag ganito, paano ba ito i-graph? Okay? So, rewrite as in inequality. So, x is equal to y. And then, so, pwede mo siya y is equal to x. Okay? Since x is equal to y, therefore, y is equal to x. So, kunin natin ang slope at ang intercept. So, since y is equal to x lang siya, therefore, akala natin wala tong coefficient. Pero the slope is 1. Ang y-intercept mo is 0. Okay? Kasi wala eh. So, if we will be plotting the y-intercept, that is 0, 0. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na kapag 0, 0 yung isa sa mga point mo, gumamit ka ng ibang test point. Okay? So, I will be using 1, 0. So, substitute natin si 1 kay x at si 0 kay y. So, 1 is greater than 0. This is true. Okay? So, pag ginraph natin siya, ang rise mo ay 1, ang run mo, since wala ditong denominator, ibig sabihin ang run natin is also 1. Okay? So, eto na po. So, since ang ating okay, since ang ating y-intercept is 0, 0, so ito yon. And then, ang run natin ay rise natin 1. So, 1. Okay, so 1. Okay, so we have 1. Ito yung ating y-intercept. Ang rise natin is 1 and then ang run ay 1. So, 1, 1. Kaya ito po siya. So, 1, 1. Okay, and then kinonect na natin. So, since ang ating inequality symbol ay walang equal sa ilalim, so as you can see, our boundary line is broken or dashed line. Okay? And then nag-true tayo dito. So si 0, ay si 1, 0. Ito si 1, 0. Ito yung 1, 0 natin na point. So isasama mo siya sa shaded region. So ito yung 1, 0 ha. Yun ang ginamit nating test point. Bakit hindi natin ginamit si 0, 0? Kasi sabi ko nga, kung kasama siya dun sa mga points, hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin. So kuha ka ng kahit anong ordered pair. So 1, 0. Since nag-true siya, isasama natin ito. Kaya dito tayo nag-shade. Okay? So this is the graph of x is greater than y. Since the boundary line is broken, then it is not part of the solution set. Okay. How will you identify or how will you graph? Okay, easily. Kapag binigyan kayo ng mga ganito na isa lang ang variable. So if the inequality symbol is greater than or equal, the shaded region is above the boundary line. Ito po siya. Okay? Ito po. So, halimbawa naman, if the inequality symbol is less than or equal, the shaded region is below the boundary line. Ito po. Okay, so let me explain. Since yung y-intercept mo ay 4, ito si 4. Okay, since greater than ito, paano natin siya mas mabilis na i-graph? Okay, una muna, i-plot mo yung y-intercept, that is 4. And then, kahit di ka na gumamit ng test point. Okay, kapag nakita mo na greater than siya, ulitin ko kapag single variable ha, kapag greater than, ang graph mo sa taas, ang shaded region mo sa taas. Okay? Kapag nakita mo na less than, i-plot mo si 4, at less than ang inequality symbol natin, ang shaded part mo sa baba, below. Okay? So, yun lang po ang short, pinaka-tip. Okay? So, kapag greater than sa taas, i-plot nyo muna si 4, and then kapag less than, below. Ganun din po sa x. Okay? So, if the inequality symbol is greater than or equal, eto naman, sa right naman tayo. So, plot mo muna si 4, since x yan, y-axis tayo, eto po siya. So, plot mo si 4, and then, sa right po tayo mag-shade, kasi greater than. Now, if it's less than naman, or less than or equal, sa left naman tayo. So, i-plot mo muna si 4, ito si 4, and then sa left naman ng ating shaded region. Okay, so ganun lang po. Kapag greater than sa right, pag less than or equal to sa left naman tayo. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more